In progress.
Hello everyone, my name is Nikita Swaminath Bablas and my today topic name is forms and types of communication. So let's start. What is communication? Communication is means of sharing information, idea or feelings with others. It can be done by talking, writing, using body language, or even thoughts, picture, and signs. It helps people understand each other. Communication. Communication is the sending and receiving of information, and it be one or between groups of people and can be face to face or thought communication device. Communication process is first one, sender, message, channel, decoding, receiver, feedback, and noise. So let's start. Key elements of communication. Key elements of communication. First one is sender. Second one is messenger. Third one is encoding. Fourth one is a channel. Fifth one is a receiving receiver. And fifth one is a feedback. Sender. Sender is nothing but as the person who wants to share something, can idea, feeling, or information. Message. 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 What the sender wants to say. Third one is medium. How the message it sends. Fourth one is receiver. The person who gets the message. Fifth one is feedback. The receiver's reply or reaction to the message. Noise. Noise anything that makes the message hard to understand. For example, I give one example. Sender. Sender who you guess your friend and message. You which type of message? Let's meet at 5 p.m. Which medium? Text message. Receiver who? Your friend. Noise. If your friend's phone has no signal, he not get the message. So this is one called as a noise. Forms of communication. Forms of communication is divided into two parts. First one is a based on a communication channel and second one is a based on a style and purpose. Based on a communication channel is divided into two parts. First one is a non-verbal and second one is a verbal. Again, verbal communication is divided into two parts, oral communication and written communication. Again, oral communication is divided into two parts, face to face, and second one is a distance. Based on a style and a purpose, is divided into two parts, formal communication and informal communication. First one is a verbal communication. Verbal communication is a sharing information between people at a different level of a company or organization. It happens in a two direction. Language is the most useful tool of communication as it can convey idea and message easily if the parties to the communication understand the language used. Communication by the using language is simply called as a verbal communication. For example, you and your friend talking with each other, this is called as a verbal communication. Verbal communication can be divided into two parts. First one is oral communication, second one is a written communication. Oral communication. Oral communication, talking with others and sharing information using spoken words. Spoken communication, which can be defined as a communication or thoughts, words. Oral communication is the integers of verbal message between sender and receiver. Written communication. Sharing your thoughts or information through writing in a way that is simple and clear and easy to understand. Written communication is a creative active that required a lot of imagination and effects to arrive at the finished product. Transformation of information thoughts in an written form like a letter, notice, reports, etc. Non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication describe the process of conveying message in the forms of a non-word message. It can be defined as a non-verbal communication is the transfer of a meaningful information from one person to another person by means other than written or spoken words. For example, thumb and keyboards of emoji, sign language. People today not communicate through words only but also make use of signs and symbols in communication. Hence, signs language include all forms of symbol which replace words, numbers, and expression. For example, when you complete our work and boss say only thumb, so this is called as a sign, thumb. But this sign meaning is a done. Second one is a body language. Body language is a form of a non-verbal communication which consists of a body posture, gesture, facial expression, and make a eye movement. Humans send and interpret such signs almost entirely subconsciously. For example, when you go interview and your boss only see your eye contact, where are you see or not? Thank you.